'Tis the season to never watch these movies. La 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 la. Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. As you watched my last video, I did the top 10 best Christmas movies. Now it's time for the other list, the top 10 worst Christmas movies. Yes, I have a soft spot for Christmas movies, so I'm pretty generous when it comes to Christmas movies. So I even like some really bad Christmas movies, and the really, really bad ones, I don't watch them. There's probably some movies on this list that I missed because I didn't see them. I know a lot of people are probably going to watch this list. They're like, oh, wait, you forgot that one. You forgot that one. You forgot that one. Chances are, if I'm missing a bad Christmas movie on this list, I probably have not seen it. But yeah, like I said, I'm very generous when it comes to Christmas movies. Even the bad ones I do enjoy. But these 10 movies, I cannot stand. I cannot take any of these movies. They're freaking horrible. They ruin Christmas. They ruin movies. They're awful. Let's get to them, shall we? Here's the top 10 worst Christmas movies. Alright, let's get started. Coming at number 10 is Jingle All The Way. Yes, put that cookie down. You eat my cookies. You can eat my cookies. You started it. I'm not sitting on your lap. I love Arnold. I love him. Some of the one-liners in this movie are freaking hysterical. They're funny as shit. They're unintentionally funny, but they're funny. This movie is the worst pile of shit I've ever seen. This is probably the top 5 worst Christmas movies, but the reason it's number 10, there's some funny one-liners, unintentionally, obviously, because, I don't know if they're trying to be funny with the, put that cookie down! I think he was actually trying to be angry, but it was just funny. Arnold is great. He's a terrible actor in this movie, but his one-liners kill me. They're funny as shit. The story of this movie is just bad. It's got a bad message, terrible, stupid story, annoying-ass characters. Sinbad is annoying, Jake Lloyd's annoying, the wife is annoying, every character in this movie is downright unlikable or just downright irritating to watch. Yes, this movie has unintentionally funny scenes, but this movie is still god-awful. The story's terrible, the writing's terrible, the characters are annoying as shit. Arnold's great, but it's not enough to get it out of the top 10 worst. Jingle All The Way is a jingle piece of shit. Coming number 9 is Surviving Christmas. Yes, this stars James Gandolfini and Ben Affleck, 2 actors I love. God, this movie's annoying, and God, it's irritating, because the story of this movie is about Ben Affleck. He goes to stay with the family for the Christmas holidays, and he's obsessed with Christmas, and he's just irritating as shit to live with. That's the story of this movie. This family doesn't really celebrate Christmas, but Ben Affleck just forces them to celebrate it and shit. God, is he annoying in this movie, Ben Affleck. Oh my god. I like Ben Affleck, but holy shit is he god-awful in this movie. He's annoying as shit, and I could not stand his character. I was mostly on James Gandolfini's side. He's probably the character I feel the most sympathy for. His performance was god-awful in the movie, but at least I felt bad for his character. The acting in this movie is bad. The comedy is just, insufferably terrible. It's just terrible. The writing's terrible. I could not stand these characters. They were unlikable, despicable characters. Again, it has no Christmas spirit. It doesn't feel like a Christmas movie. It just feels like a very forced and very shallow comedy, and that's what it is. Surviving Christmas takes a lot to survive while you're watching it. It's bad. Coming number 8 is 8 Crazy Nights. Yes, I know it's kind of cheating because it's a Hanukkah movie, but whatever. It feels like a Christmas movie, so I'm counting it. And it just, whatever it takes to bash Adam Sandler, because God, it's terrible. This movie is insultingly bad because the animation in this movie is beautiful. The animation is gorgeous. Too bad the characters, story, writing, and comedy are just god-awful. And the product placement is just embarrassingly awkward. It's just, wow, really? The voice acting is just ear-bleedingly annoying. The songs, the musical numbers, they're not catchy, they're not memorable, they're not even good. Some of the characters in this movie are just downright offensive. A lot of jokes in this movie are just downright offensive. And if you want to watch a movie with reindeers eat shit, and for that, yeah. Reindeers eating shit. That's your movie. And that's probably the funniest scene in this movie, and that's pretty sad because this movie is fucking awful. Yes, screw you, Adam Sandler. You can't make a good holiday movie. I'm sorry. You've made a few okay movies, but this ain't one of them. It's one of the worsts. Coming number 7 is Christmas with the Kranks. Yes, another unlikable, despicable kind of movie. Yes, I get the story of this movie. It's about these two, husband and wife. They're trying to skip Christmas and everything. the story kind of makes no sense because everyone in their neighborhood is trying to get them to celebrate Christmas. They're like haunting them, following them, torturing them, and like not leaving them alone because they're not celebrating Christmas. That's just weird. I'm like, what? Like, it makes no sense. Why do these people give a rat's ass if this couple is celebrating Christmas or not? Yes, Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis, they have no chemistry. They're bad acting in this movie, and they have no comedy in this movie. Tim Allen, he's been a funny guy. He's funny. He's funny in Home Improvement, and he's funny in the first Santa Claus movie. He's a funny guy. I love him as Buzz Lightyear. He's a great actor. Same with Jamie Lee Curtis, but God, they're very unfunny in this movie, and they're just awkward together. In the neighborhood, every character in this neighborhood, they're annoying as shit. You're just like, God, shut up already and leave this fucking couple alone. If you don't want to celebrate Christmas, you don't have to celebrate Christmas. So, like, they just force Christmas on you in this movie, and it's just so off-putting. That's the best word to describe this movie. It's off-putting, and I hate it. It's terrible. Coming number 6 is 2000's Black Christmas. Yes, the original Black Christmas was a decent movie. Not a great horror movie, but it's decent. This movie is just disgustingly awful. It's boring, it's dull, it's derivative, it's just dumb, and it's really gross. Unnecessarily gross, and it's got some of the most irritating female characters in movies, in horror movies. Most of the casts are just teenage girls, and God, they are annoying. Just annoying. Like, I was annoyed throughout this entire movie, and I hated this movie. This is one of the worst horror movies I have suffered through, and this movie is just god-awful. I hate this movie. Like, some, like, horror Christmas movies are kind of fun to watch, but this ain't one of them. Coming number 5 is Deck the Halls. Yes, this movie just takes a huge turd on Christmas. This movie's all about competition. Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick are just challenging each other to who can have the better Christmas, who can have the best Christmas lights and the best Christmas everything. That is not what Christmas is about. Christmas is not about competition, it's about being the best, being the nicest looking and shit. That's not what Christmas is about, but that's what this movie's trying to tell you. Oh, Christmas is about materialistic things. It's about who has the nicer things and who looks the best and everything. And that is a bullshit message. This movie, again, is not funny. Just to have a lot of slapstick. The slapstick is just awkward. And it has two decent actors, but they're terrible. Danny DeVito's annoying. Matthew Broderick is even more annoying. The story of this movie is annoying. The message is terrible. And it's not a well-shot movie. And again, it does not ever put you in the Christmas spirit. And Deck the Halls can deck the fuck off. Coming number 4 is Four Christmases. Yes, Vince Vaughn just should not do Christmas movies. Fred Claus did not make the list. It's a terrible movie, but it's a terrible movie that has good things. Four Christmases doesn't have a single good thing. The comedy's bad, the characters are annoying, the story isn't clever, isn't interesting. I could not stand Reese Witherspoon or Vince Vaughn in this movie, and this movie is just an annoyance. That's all it is. It's nothing like offensive or anything, but it is one of the most annoyingest movies I had to watch that's about Christmas. So yeah, I hate Four Christmases. It's god-awful, complete piece of shit. Coming number 3 is the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. Yes, they put Martin Short in this movie. I like Martin Short. Martin Short could be a very funny guy. God, he just ruins this movie. A lot of things actually ruin this movie. The story ruins it, the visuals ruin it, the writing, the fucking comedy, like everything is bad in this movie. The Santa Claus is a great movie. The very first Santa Claus is a good movie. Even the second one, I have a soft spot for it. It's not a great movie, but I do enjoy watching it during the Christmas season. I enjoy the first two. I watch them all the time on Christmas. The third one is fucking stupid. It is atrocious. It is a giant middle finger to the first two movies. And basically, it's what if. It's a what if scenario. It's about what if Scott Calvin didn't put on the Santa Claus suit and Jack Frost instead. That's it, and it's a really dumb movie. It's like It's a Wonderful Life kind of story, and it's been done to death. It's so unoriginal, and it's just painful to sit through. It's a very painfully awful movie to sit through. The effects look like shit. The comedy's terrible. The characters that we love from the first two movies are just downright despicable in this movie, and they're just annoying to watch. It's just, I hate this movie. I hate it. They shouldn't have made a third Santa Claus movie. That's it. The first two were fine. Third one, piece of shit, shouldn't have happened. Coming number 2 is Reindeer Games. Yes. Oh, sorry, Ben Affleck. Sorry, Ben Affleck. I know, 2 Christmas movies. Just don't do Christmas movies, Ben Affleck. Just please don't. This movie is just stupid. When you really think about it in the ending, it makes no sense. There's a couple twists in this movie, and they're really dumb. They make no sense. They don't add to the plot. They're just there to be twists. And basically the story of this movie is about Ben Affleck. He meets this girl, played by Charlize Theron. She's basically writing to a pen pal in prison, and that pen pal was Ben Affleck's inmate, but he dies, so Ben Affleck pretends to be him. They hook up, then he meets her brother, and the brother knows that this guy, Ben Affleck, used to work at a casino, but it's not really Ben Affleck. He thinks Ben Affleck is Ben Affleck's inmate. So basically he wants Ben Affleck to rob a casino, his old casino, so they can steal money and shit like that, and there's a few twists and turns and stuff. That's sort of the gist of the story, and that is an okay story, but like, is it well done? No, it's not well done. It's not well executed. It's not well directed. It's very poorly acted. Gary Sinise in this movie. Gary Sinise is in this movie, and he's awful in this movie. Charlize Theron looks great. She's very attractive in this movie, but she's terrible too. And Ben Affleck probably gives the worst performance in his entire career. It's terrible, and it's, again, doesn't have the Christmas spirit. If you want to watch a cool, kick-ass Christmas action movie, watch Die Hard. Don't watch this monstrosity. I hated this movie. Hated it. It's one of the worst Christmas movies I've ever watched. And my number one least favorite Christmas movie of all time is Christmas Cupid. This is an ABC movie, so it still counts because it is a movie, even though it's a TV movie. A lot of people probably have never heard of this movie. Good. Good. This is the most monstrosity, piece of shit, ass, turd, fuck. I feel like Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation. What a white turd, monkey shit. Fuck that. I hate it. I'm flabbergasted every time I even mention this movie. It's a terrible movie. I hate this movie. It's so bad. It's pretty much a mixture between It's a Wonderful Life meets Love Actually meets A Christmas Carol. Yeah, it's basically about a bitchy girl, business girl. She's mean and cruel to people. Then she gets haunted by an angel, and this angel shows her what life would be like if she was nicer and everything. How she should take back the guy she used to love and be good to people, and oh god. Like, that's the story of A Christmas Carol, and It's a Wonderful Life, and it's got hints of Love Actually. Like, God, why are you ripping off other movies? And they chose, like, 3 terrible actors to be in this movie. It's got Christina Milian, Chad Michael Murray, and Ashley Benson. Yeah, let's get some pop star singer or girl who can't act. Let's get that idiot from One Tree Hill and that girl from Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Well, it's an ABC movie, so yeah, I guess they thought that sounded like a good idea. I hate this movie. This is so fucking awful. I hate it. There's no funny dialogue. There's not a good story. It doesn't even put you in the Christmas spirit. It has no good message. It probably has the worst messages ever. It's not great for kids. It's not good for women. Bad messages all around. It has no Christmas spirit. And oh my god, I hate this movie. I don't know what to say. It's a terrible movie. I watched this movie when it first premiered years ago with a bunch of family members. I was in awe of how bad it was. Like, it's just fucking terrible. Then last year, my sister wanted to watch it. She's like, oh, it's probably not that bad. It was on ABC again. I think they play it every year on ABC. She wanted to watch it. I'm like, don't watch it. She's like, oh, it's probably not that bad. I sat with her and watched the whole thing with her. I suffered through it just to prove a point. And by the end of the movie, she was like, wow, that was really bad. I'm like, told ya! Christmas Cupid is probably one of the worst things I've ever watched that has anything to do with Christmas. I hate this movie, Christmas Cupid, terrible. Bad acting, bad writing, bad story, and just an all-around bad message. Terrible movie. The worst Christmas movie I've ever laid eyes on. Terrible. So yeah, that was my top 10 worst Christmas movies list. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your least favorite Christmas movie? Give me your top 10s of your top 10 worst Christmas movies. Comment below, let me know. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.